Everyone is asking, is the Calgary real estate market about to crash in 2026? You're seeing the headlines, hearing the whispers, and maybe feeling that knot of uncertainty in your stomach. But what if I told you that most of what you're hearing misses the crucial context that actually determines our market's future? And that understanding this one thing could save you from making a very costly mistake. I'm Kristen, and as a real estate specialist in Calgary and the surrounding rural counties, I work with buyers and sellers every single day, navigating everything from high stakes acreage transitions to strategic buy sell pivots. My focus is always on empowering clients with clarity and confidence, ensuring every move elevates their quality of life and long term asset strength. If you're considering a move to Calgary or just want to understand how these market dynamics impact your current home, I'd love to help you put together a personalized game plan. There's a link in the description below to schedule a quick, free call with me, no pressure, just honest advice. Let's kick things off by addressing the elephant in the room, the crash narrative. It's a catchy headline, isn't it? But here in Calgary, we need to be incredibly precise with our language. What many people fear as a crash is often in reality a correction or a normalization. Think about it. Our market has seen significant growth, and it's natural for that pace to slow or even dip slightly as things rebalance. I recently guided a client, a strategic transitioner moving from an urban setting to an acreage in Foothills County through selling their city home. They were terrified by the crash headlines, almost freezing their plans. But by looking at the micro markets, understanding the specific demand for their type of property, and positioning it correctly, we achieved a strong sale that allowed them to move forward confidently. The key is understanding that Calgary isn't a monolith, different segments perform differently. Now, let's talk about something that consistently sets Calgary apart: our incredible interprovincial migration. While other major Canadian cities are grappling with affordability and outmigration, Calgary continues to be a magnet. People are moving here for job opportunities, a more affordable cost of living compared to Vancouver or Toronto, and the quality of life that our city and surrounding rural areas offer. This isn't just a trickle, it's a steady stream of new residents, and they all need a place to live. This sustained demand acts as a powerful buffer against any significant downturn. I see this firsthand with clients relocating from other provinces, often seeking the expansive lifestyle that our acreage properties afford, starting at that $1 million mark. They're bringing capital and a fresh perspective, directly fueling our housing demand. This consistent influx fundamentally changes the crash equation for Calgary. Next, let's look at inventory. This is a critical indicator that often gets overlooked in the sensational headlines. A true market crash typically happens when there's a massive oversupply of homes and very few buyers. In Calgary, while inventory has seen some fluctuations, we are still generally operating in a balanced to seller favor market in many segments. The absorption rate, which tells us how quickly available homes are selling, remains healthy. If you're seeing an increase in days on market for some properties, it's often a sign of market normalization rather than a collapse. For my clients, especially those looking at properties in the $600,000 to $1.5 million range, we're still seeing competitive offers, particularly for well maintained homes in desirable areas like Springbank Hill or Lake. Demand is still there, it's just become more discernible. Of course, we can't talk about real estate without discussing economic fundamentals and interest rates. Yes, higher interest rates have impacted affordability and cooled the market from its frenzied peak. But Calgary's economy, driven by energy, technology, and a growing diversification, remains robust. We're not seeing the widespread job losses or economic instability that would typically precede a major housing crash. What we are seeing is buyers adjusting their expectations and sellers needing to be more strategic about pricing and presentation. For my clients who engage in the buy sell strategy, meticulously timing their transactions, Understanding these economic currents is paramount. It's about leveraging the current environment, not being paralyzed by it. For example, some buyers are finding opportunities now that they wouldn't have just 12 months ago, as the pace has become more manageable. So, what does all this mean for you, whether you're a buyer, seller, or simply an interested homeowner looking towards 2026? My honest forecast is not a crash, but a continued normalization and potentially a more balanced market. This means strategic opportunities for buyers who are prepared and patient, and a requirement for sellers to work with an expert who understands precise pricing and marketing. If you're a strategic transitioner, someone thinking about that move to an acreage in Rocky View County, or finding that perfect home in Southwest Calgary, this environment demands a clear strategy. My acreage protection protocol and buyer sell sequence maps are designed precisely for this kind of market to mitigate technical risk and synchronize your entire transition, ensuring you're making a confident, wealth building decision. If you still feel overwhelmed by the headlines or unsure how to navigate the Calgary market in 2026, don't go it alone. I'm here to provide that clear, calm guidance. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. All my contact information is in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into the Calgary real estate market. I'm Kristen, and I'm here to help you make a smooth and successful move to Calgary.